Recently, to be exact, yesterday, I got interesting question. When we go with my father, we decided to go not by car, but we just go and relaxing on our neighborhood. And of course, he always noticed about cars from our neighbors, and he said me, "Hey, you see this car which gonna go to recycling, and this car also gonna go to recycling." But I say, "Oh no, this is really great cars. Why you saying so?" Patrick's Garage. Grab your snack, welcome back. But interesting thing, he said me, but I'm not sure that he thinking this about all his thoughts, but he said me that car better, this car better, with which you shouldn't messing a lot. Yes, probably so. But I want to add a little bit to this conclusion. What I want to say that car better. First, you listen to me, which you like, which you really love this car will be better for you especially. And I gonna explain why. Because if you really like this car, probably another thing in life which you treasure really will be better, because even if you have any difficulties, you go through these difficulties, like in repair, maybe any difficulties you can approach to these difficulties and go through them more easier if you really treasure this in this car. So if you treasure this car, you go through repair, through all this process more easier. But yes, if you working on this car as a driver, more better to have car which require low maintenance. You're not gonna messing with car all the time. You go to mechanics. We don't know what they can do with this car, how to repair. Probably they just fooling around with car a lot of time. I don't know what can be happen with these clowns if you're working with car which require and a lot of maintenance which should be done with this car. But when I worked as a driver, I don't care about this maintenance because I go to these clowns and they're repairing my cars all that time. So this is not my was not my under my obligation to maintain the car by own hands, but I should see tracing their all their movements, what they're doing with my car during this process of repair. So this third will be right, which said my father recently when we gonna go to the grocery through our neighborhood, and he noticed all these old cars. And I think that this influenced me from my childhood when I was kid. Was also the same thing when we go for a walk with my father, and daddy is saying me, "Oh, this car, this car gonna go to recycling." Oh no, my father, you're not right. This car should be restored. Probably I think, but I'm not gonna argue with my father right now. This is not for my nervous system. I can't argue with him. Yes, if he's saying that this car gonna go to recycling, yes, probably this car gonna go for recycling. But this he's talking what he blabbling all the time about old cars when I was kid, and I consuming this information. My brain was not so angry about thoughts from anywhere saying me and I was kid, so I consuming his thoughts. I'm listening what he is saying, so I'm kid and I can't understand what means something another thoughts from probably different opinions. I'm not listened because I was kid and I communicate only with my parents, so I hear what he is saying about cars when I was child, and he always paid attention for old cars when we go through our neighborhood. So since that, probably, and I have no sureness 100% that this is a lot of wave for my thoughts, so I continue to notice, to pay attention all these old cars which will be not in working condition, with staying a lot of time on the driveway, so anywhere else. So I was impressed to this interest for old cars. Who cares about car of your neighbor? I don't know, but my father noticed a lot of time to the condition of this car when we go, and now after 40 years also we go through our neighborhood, and he noticed all these cars which he think will gonna go to recycling center. So, and my interest to old car from this time was formed 40 years ago, as I think, and now I continue interesting about old cars. And yes, I remember when I was kid, we go through downtown, and I see a really unfamiliar for me interesting car with shining moldings, with a rusty roof. Can you imagine rusty roof in the car? And this is really shining molding cars, and I'm asked my father what brand of this car, but he just answered, "This is foreign car." Oh, I was so impressed. This is foreign car. I also want foreign car. Volvo. Volvo foreign car. This is a really great car. Foreign car, so great, cool European car. Volvo, yes. And now I was so impressed that foreign car means old car. And now my Volvo really car from 60s, but I want to admit that this is European cars from 60s, really reliable cars, and this is not just blabbling from my father. Yes, foreign car, this is foreign European made car, not like we get this foreign cars and a lot of Chinese crap. Foreign cars. No. Foreign car meet European car like Volvo from 60s. And this is a lot of German parts in this car, made in Sweden parts, a lot of Sweden and German parts in Volvos in these cars from 60s. And so I think that this car really reliable, not what we get today. We don't know where was produced this car, and about these foreign cars, a lot of suspicions. I can say, who knows who assembled these cars today? I don't care what they sending to these dealer centers. I never gonna to buy these cars, and I don't want to change my cars. So I really satisfied with my old Volvos, and I gonna continue to maintain this car for my own pleasure. I'm really satisfied by quality of 60s. This is a foreign car, was really foreign European car in good quality, not what they producing today, and this is small money which their workers earning in their foreign producing car producing manufacturers. They want just to save money on foreign workers. So but I can't trust modern quality. I can't trust foreign cars, and I prefer cars from 60s because I can understand what inside this car. And in all the world, I think cars was more better in 60s. Because in 60s cars was in perfect form, but later they decided to improving these cars to make them more comfortable with stuffing this crap electronic into this car, which was done in 60s with great quality. They just from greediness decided to equip these cars with this air conditioning, electronic equipment for each person, air conditioning. You go to legs hot air, you go to face cold air, and I don't care about this air conditioning and a lot of electrical motor stuff there, adjusting how they tune the backrest, the seat, and preheating the seat so my honey not wet. I can driving around with comfort. Who cares about this scrap when this scrap will be broken? If this scrap was broken, you don't care about this comfort. You scratching your head how to repair all this scrap. Who gonna repair? They don't care how you will suffer with this scrap. They want to maintain their working condition under warranty. They don't care what you gonna do after their warranty with your modern car. And a lot of cars burning oil, but this is the story for itself.